ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Costa del Sol Community, a program here on the local television studios of Mijas, the 340 television. And well, we have a program that has been specially designed for the foreign residents along the whole of the Costa del Sol, from Estepona right to the capital of Malaga. With me, I have in the studios a studio really nicely set up by Estades. A big thank you to them. We have Irma de la Guardia, who is right here beside me. Hello, Irma.
Hello,
welcome.
Lisa. Thank you
now,
very much.
Irma, you have won a very, very special prize in the Festival of Fantastic Cinema in Brussels. Mm-hmm. Not only the jury gave you the prize, but also the public. So that you probably feel very proud of that, I expect. You have also published a book in 2002 on makeup and special effects makeup. And I know that you also have, well, you give classes to students in Malaga, teaching them all these different types of special effects makeup. But today we have with us a model. Would you like to present us your model, Irma?
Yes, okay. She is Nayara.
Nayara, welcome to the program. Now, what type of makeup are you going to do on Nayara today?
Today I'm going to do the sophisticated makeup for a night party in summer. I'm going to use the actually colors for this season, like a blue or green, electric green, and contrast with the orange color for the lips.
Oh, that's going to be really nice. So these, you were saying these are the actual sort of colors that are in fashion for the spring-summer
yes.
time, no? Okay, and is it just going to be a face, or are you going to do part of the body, just a facial,
yes,
no?
The face.
Where we're going to meet someone very special, but first of all, we are going to see a video of the launching of the new consul of Great Britain here in Malaga. So why don't we see that video?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here today at the Hotel Castillo de Santa Catalina to present, this is the formal presentation of the new Lady Consul, Mrs. Charmaine Arbuin, who will be based in Malaga, but who covers the whole of Andalusia and is also consul for the Canary Islands. She's a charming lady, and I'm sure you're all going to enjoy meeting her and working with her in the future. Thank you all for your cooperation in the past, and I'm sure we will continue working extremely well in the future.
Hoy el Cuerpo Consular acreditado en Málaga y la sociedad civil malagueña y militar.
The consular body of Malaga, as well as the representatives of the civil and military groups, come together today to support the British consulate on this special day. It is a great pleasure to be here, as I have met in person the new consul, and must say the great consular services that they are offering, not only to the peninsula but that of the Spanish Isles.
Cuyo, digamos, campo de actuación no solamente abarca la provincia de Málaga, sino también las Islas Canarias.
I'm here today to launch officially our consul here in Malaga, Charmaine, who many of you will know already. And it's also an opportunity to thank so many of our partners here in Andalusia, the organisations with whom we work, whether they be charities, town halls, or the police, all of whom help us to make those Britons who choose to spend their time here, whether on holiday or as permanent residents, as safe and secure as it can be. Well, I think we're tremendously lucky to have Charmaine as our consul here, fabulous lady, great warmth of character, great experience in government, and it's just the sort of person who we like to try and recruit these days as our consul. So we're very happy with our choice, and I'm delighted to be here today to formally launch her.
Well, it was an absolutely lovely, lovely day, and the actual place was gorgeous. It was the Castillo de Santa Catalina, and it's an old, well, it's sort of like a wreckage, really, but it was a gorgeous place. And now I have with me the British Consul of Malaga, Andalusia and the Canary Islands, Charmaine Arbuin. Well, welcome to the Costa del Sol Community Programme. It's a great pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me to the launch, by the way. It was a lovely day. Now, you're the first woman to be consul of the Malaga Consulate. Is that
That's
true?
true.
It's true, no?
That is
Yeah.
true, yes.
And with you being a woman, working woman,
Yeah.
mother of 3, is this going to, do you think, is it going to influence for the better your sort of work as a consul in the area?
Interesting question, Louisa.
Yes.
I would like to think that everybody that works in the consulate, whether they're working parents or not, that we display a degree of, how would you describe it?
Humanity,
Humanity,
maybe.
I
Yeah.
think that might be the word. Because we're always dealing with people in distressing circumstances. So I'd like to think that we all that we all are that way inclined to start off with, and that there's a certain kind of person that wants to work in a consulate. Having said that, there are obviously sometimes things that particularly affect you if you're a parent.
Because I suppose, as you as consul, you're a decision maker as well. So
yeah.
As well as the team. So that is, in a way, going to influence, no? If you're more humane in a way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that I think is quite interesting, though, is that since becoming consul, I'm much more aware of the things that I ought to be careful about. So for the first time, I would never have thought to tell my family or my friends whenever they visit, make sure that you've got travel insurance, make sure that you've got your European health insurance card. You know, as your parents are getting older, make sure that they've got plans for what's going to happen to them as they become less able to look after themselves. So interestingly, I think that my life is quite influenced by being
more than the other way around.
Exactly.
No?
By being a consul, you're sort of more careful about the things that you do in your everyday life.
Okay, well, we're going to continue, but obviously we're just going for a small publicity break, so we'll be back in a few moments. This is looking really, really nice. Now, exactly what have you done? What type of product have you put on the eye?
For the face, I use a cream makeup. Okay? And for the eyes, in first time, I'm cream makeup black. And
if you'd like to say it in Spanish, because obviously...
Okay. A green, metallic green shadow over the black makeup on the eyes.
So I suppose that gives it even more metallic look, no? A more like industrial look to the eyeshadow.
And this color over the black cream makeup is very bright.
It makes the eyes pop, eyes pop, no? Now, one thing I didn't ask you before was, how do you prepare the skin before you put the makeup on?
Yes, before the makeup is, you must clean the face, okay? And if you have dry skin, you must, before the makeup, hidratante, una crema hidratante.
Yes, a moisturizer, as we say, or cream, yes. So you have to moisturize very well the face before putting on the makeup.
Yes.
So that's a secret. So ladies out there, that's a secret. Put on loads of moisturizer before putting on your foundation. Well, Ima, we're going to let you continue to work.
Okay.
And we are now going to go to the Museo del Grabado, which is the engravings museum in Marbella, because they have a very, very interesting exhibition going there. Apart from, you really should go and see the museum, but the actual place is gorgeous, as well as all the engravings. So let's see the video.
The Spanish Contemporary Engraving Museum is in the Bastan Hospital. It is a 16 building just in the center of Marbella, in the part of the old town. It was restored just at the end of the 80s, and it started at the museum in 1992. At the first time, it was a palace of the mayor of the town. Actually, from that time, we have several details of the building that is from the 16th century. And now it's restored. Yes, the tree roof, yes, a gallery of art, yes, several things that the visitor can see during the visit of the museum. In these days, the art is changing, and it's changing the technicals that use the printmakers, and it's changing the markets, and the museum is changing too. So we don't have all exhibitions of graphic works like usually is what understood, etchings or lithograph or silk screen or handmade technicals. Yes, we used to do photography exhibitions. Yeah, we used to do digital print exhibition. A digital print became important in the art market just 10 years ago. And now the scene is changing because many of the artists, they used to do his graphic works using handmade technicals. Now they use the digital print. So we have always these two ways of making exhibition. Just the graphic work, like everybody can understand, is at handmade printmaker, and the digital and photography works too. The exhibition in the museum is always changing because we have a big collection. We have around 4,500 works. So we used to change every time all the rooms. But the room we show always in a historical or a tendencies context using a common between the works, between the authors. And this room we have now, we are looking now, is about the influence of the Orient in the art, in the contemporary art. And we used to do every year the national awards. That's very important to Spain because it's the unique engraving national awards. So we change with the national awards, we change with our collection, we change with temporary exhibition about authors, about collective, about anything. And we don't use the word permanent collection because we don't have any permanent room. We are always changing. There's three also that we always have shown in the museum. That is very known, the three authors, the Spanish authors. That is Pablo Picasso, Joan Miró, and Salvador Dalí, because he's the three most famous artists in Spain. But the rest is always changing, and we have 8 rooms or exhibitions. We're showing now in the museum a big exhibition of Vigo Ribat. There's around 140 photographs that are shot in everywhere around the world. Not only Spain, but Italy, Israel, Morocco, all over. And the photographs are made around 40 years of its production. And although it's many times, it's a long time for the production of these pieces, really they have always an artist's view of the world, an artist's view of look out the life. So we are interested in this part, and we are very proud to be the only place in Spain to show this exhibition of this famous Danish photographer.
Well, we're back here at the studios of the 340 Television in Mijas with our special guest, the new consul, British consul, Mrs. Charmaine Arboin. Now, Charmaine, we were talking about the aspect of, with you being a woman and a mother, how that's going to influence you at the consulate. I know that you are, I would say, you do believe in teamwork.
Yeah.
Totally, no?
Absolutely. I mean, you will have seen at the launch, and we were so fortunate with the weather, weren't we? Because the very next day it was awful. But you'll see that at the launch I mentioned the team that we have in Malaga, but not just the team in the consulate. I think that we have a wider team, which are the local authorities and lots of voluntary organisations as well. And I'm kind of lucky because I'm the consul and I get to have the party and the launch. But actually, whenever
they're slaving it in the offices. Yeah.
But obviously, if you're a distressed British national, quite often most often it's not going to be me that's the person that's helping to sort out your situation. So, you know, if you come in and you need an emergency travel document, it's the team that are on the front desk that are going to sort that out for you. And I think that we only provide the excellent service that we provide because we all work together as a team. So you might see me a lot, but actually I've got a great team.
You're representing all them and all their hard work.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Now, at the launch, we saw how you introduced various groups. Because there was the group that you've just been talking about that are the people that you see when you walk into the consulate and you need direct help from them. But you also have a small team that is dedicated to like really sort of critical situations. What type of things would they do?
Yeah, well, you're quite right, Louisa. Most of our work tends to be emergency travel documents, and even though that's not straightforward for you if you come in and you need an emergency travel document, I mean it's distressing for you, it is quite straightforward. We can do that, that's not a problem. Over the last couple of years and into the future, the things that we'll be trying to spend more of our time on are more complex cases. So for instance, if you are on holiday in Spain, and I can give you an example. An elderly lady, she's here with an elderly friend of hers, and her elderly friend falls ill. Neither of them speak any Spanish. The friend is rushed into hospital. They don't understand what it is that's wrong with the friend, and they also don't understand what it is that the doctors are saying to them they need to do. They don't know whether their insurance is going to cover it or whether they're going to have to pay. If the friend has to be airlifted, or sorry, what's it called, an air ambulance, isn't it? Yeah. Back to the UK, who's going to meet those costs? These are the kinds of things where you might get the consulate involved, and we have a small team, just 3 people, and they dedicate all of their time to working on more complex cases where people are more vulnerable and less likely to be able to sort things out for themselves. So it could be hospitals, but it could also be people that have fallen foul of the legal system. They might be detained in prison, have been arrested. I try to think what else.
Funerals, I suppose,
deaths.
yeah.
Big one is deaths.
Yeah.
If somebody dies abroad, most of us don't know what you would do about getting a person back to the UK. So we're there to help with things like that.
Well, it's been great to have you on the programme. Explain a little bit, because a lot of people don't really know what a consulate does. You know, they think of passports, but I'd like to just round up with the passports because what's happened? Something really exciting's happened with the passports.
Absolutely wonderful news, because one of the biggest complaints that we have is about the cost of the passport if you live overseas. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I think it used to be about 140, 180 euros for an adult passport.
And that's a small one.
Yeah, that's the standard one.
Yeah.
As from the 7th of April, all of the prices go down for the overseas passport. People probably know that they're no longer applying in Madrid, because there was a point whenever we used to be able to issue from Madrid. Everything is now being issued from the UK, which means that the costs have come down. It's much cheaper if you're doing a larger number of passports. So all the passports are being carried out in the UK. So now an adult passport has come down to £48, I think it is. £48.
Brilliant.
£28.50 for a child. My big plug is there is now no excuse for people allowing their passports to expire.
So less emergency passports.
Exactly. You really don't want an emergency travel document. It's only useful for one journey, and you still have to get a full passport afterwards. Mm-hmm. So please, it's coming up to the summer now, we hope.
Well, I'm sure a lot of our viewers that are watching now are probably going, yippee.
Yeah, so apply for them in good time.
Especially the pensioners or people with very, very low income or no income at the moment with the crisis. So that is excellent news.
It's really good news.
Really, really good news. So a big thank you to whoever decided that up there in London or European Parliament.
Bring down the price of the passport.
Thank you.
We did it.
Well, thank you very much. So, welcome to the Costa del Sol community programme. I hope you enjoy what we've got ready for you. Now, right beside me here, we have Enrique Auguste de la Fuente, and he is an artist. Welcome to the programme, Enrique. Hello. Hello. Now, you are going to be accompanying us throughout the programme, and you're going to be doing some paintwork. What are you actually using? Are you using acrylics or watercolours? Or?
This is my watercolour box suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly an open-air suitcase, and I'm going to make a drawing without any previous pencil sketch, just only drawing with the sharp brush.
Oh wow! So well, we'll keep going back to you and see exactly what you've got prepared for us. Mm-hmm. And well, welcome again to the programme.
Thank you.
And now, well, you see that I am accompanied with the most incredible creations here, especially the one I've got on my head as well, because we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Estíbaliz Díaz de Durana, and she is all the way from Bilbao. Yep. She is very creative in many aspects, mm-hmm. but she is also the designer of these wonderful hats that we have here on the programme. Welcome, Estíbaliz, to Costa del Sol community.
Thank you very much for the invitation, Luisa. Thank you very much.
You're
it's a really
welcome.
Pleasure for me to be here.
Yes. Now, how did all this start? Because you're from Bilbao, but now you're here down in Marbella.
I'm splitting my life between Bilbao and Marbella. Actually, I'm spending much more time here in Marbella for the last 2 years than up in the north. But talking about how did I start with hats? Well, I have to say that I'm in love with hats, you know. And I'm really in love with hats. I'm always use hats since a lot of years ago, but I'm always been involved and interested for any creative aspects, you know, like painting, sculpture, and many other things. So I found in Millenarian, in hat making, a really good way, you know, to put all my artistic feelings and my artistic interests.
Because you actually have tailors in your family, don't you?
Yeah, well, 2 of my aunts were tailors, so I've always been involved and in contact with fabrics and really love this world.
No? You've inherited that.
Yeah, that's right.
Ancestral technique.
I always love fashion also. Yeah. So I found in this thing, you know, hat making really a very perfect way to, you know, to put all my creative and artistic feeling and interested.
Now, the actual piece I've actually got on my head now, this has been done specially for what?
It was done, create for a fashion show, for a catwalk, to put it on a bridal model, you know. It's not the language of a catwalk piece is not the same language as a street.
The street,
yeah, of course.
Yes.
So I do really enjoy much more any piece made for a catwalk, because I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm actually going to take this off now.
Yeah, okay.
For now.
Okay.
And I'd like you to just go through some of the hats that we have here today. For example, this one here. I mean, it looks like out of something off of stage from the beginning of the century, doesn't it? I mean, it's absolutely.
Do you know,
gorgeous.
Hat making is always looking at the past. Always. Always. We have to look to the past because, of course, it's a great inspiration.
This actually has feathers and it's embroidered with
it's
lace.
Lace, you know, with it's quite a complex piece. It's really
because I don't know if people can actually see it on behind as well, because it's just exquisite.
It's really special.
Absolutely exquisite.
Well, can be worn in 2 different ways. it's actually made in two different pieces, of the crown and that kind of leaf shape.
Around.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
And then this one up here is just got the most gorgeous feathers, all in different colours. Do you find it hard to find these feathers?
The feathers?
Because you probably have to import them.
Not now, but feathers is a very complex word. You know,
complex.
Yeah, complex word. Always try to find feathers that has been taken without using any cruelty to the animals, and that's not really easy. You know, there are many feathers coming from China, for example, that I don't want to use because I'm quite worried about how these feathers have been taken.
And this actual piece again is another catwalk piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a catwalk piece. Yeah.
And then here we have two sort of like Pamela style hats, which are a very sort of a wedding-y. Special
nowadays,
occasion.
well, we have to admit that most of the hats are only used for a very special occasions. On the old days, that really lovely days, where women used to wear hats much more in a daily basis. But now, well, these are reserved for wedding purpose. And also the difference in hats in the fabrics are different to make a hat for winter, like mine, for example,
because
and this one over there.
These hats, these three hats here, the three green ones, they've got a bit of history behind them, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because
they've been,
how they're made?
Yeah, they've been made on a very vintage block. Really for the
block of
30s,
wood.
The block, yeah.
To get the shape.
The shape, the hats are made, the shape taken using wooden blocks. Well, we use a wooden block on the industry.
This is felt, isn't it?
That's this and that is rabbit felt.
Oh, right.
That is not wool felt. You know, it's really you know these top hats, the old black top hats. That it is not any other material but rabbit fur. Yeah, many people think that there are any other kind of material of fabrics, but this is rabbit wool.
And then we've got this one here, which has
that one.
Yes,
this
one here. Yes, with the pink flowers, and it's sort of like it looks from here like a raffia, but I don't think it is. With
May I take
stones.
it?
Yes, you can. Or if you could just turn it around. So, yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Now.
Yeah. Well, this is also a piece for a catwalk, made especially for a model. And it is like, I tried to take the image of some flowers wrapped in a paper. So that is the image, you know. It's
it gives the image
flowers
of,
are made of fabric. And
if you'd like to show it to your camera, so that our viewers can see. And then you've got all these stones as well. Gorgeous stones.
Yes, right.
It's very, very beautiful. Well, Estíbaliz, it's been an absolute pleasure. Mainly because I love fashion anyway. So I really enjoyed doing these pieces on the show.
It was a pleasure for me to be with you.
And also for letting me having the honour to wear this gorgeous headpiece.
Thank you so much.
It's just absolutely good. I'd take this home with me. I don't know when I'd wear it, but...
Okay.
So thank you very much for being on the programme.
You're welcome.
I hope we can have you back some other time with some new creations.
Anytime. It will be a pleasure.
Yes. So, well, now we're actually going to be, getting to action with Manuela Baronesa from Pop Academia Fama.
Hi, I'm Manuela, a dance teacher and Keep Fit teacher. I am here to give you some tips how to keep fit and look great for the summer which is coming. So, what we're going to do when we have no time? Very easy, I can show you. Just stretch your body, get a feeling in your head and say, I want to look great. So a few exercises we have to do, because without that, there's no way. But yes, we have to have it in our head that we want to look great. So I'm going to show you some things you can do just in your home. So, shall we go? What do we want to achieve to be beautiful in the summer? I tell you, we just want to look straight, great, slim, toned. How can we tone the body? With everything you take in your hands, like our bottles of water in the house. We just, before we drink it, we just move our arms a little bit in many directions. But always, please always take note that you always pull your stomach in, have a straight back, and be just slim and long. You don't need to diet immediately and stop eating. We have to eat less, we have to eat consciously, we all know that. I will not give you any tips about that. But just get this body all together and tone it a little bit. So we have done a few exercises here with the arms, so all the upper body can be toned a little bit more, as we already wear less t-shirts and we have the arms free. We want to have beautiful arms. How do they look good when they are a little bit muscly? So why not doing all these exercises? And just, it looks like it's nothing, but 5 times in each direction and we have a great job for our wonderful body. So just these exercises. How about that? What was this? 50 seconds, even less. Put the bottles away. I have to telephone. My God, we are always so busy. All the time we have to attend something or somebody. No problem. Meanwhile, I'm talking, I can do something else as well. I can do the following. I can just sit against the wall like I had a seat. And in this moment, I'm toning my legs, I'm pulling my stomach in, my back is straight, and I'm just talking and trying to resist at least a minute. If I'm getting tired and my talk is longer, I'm just getting up and bend my knees, my one knee, and get my leg to the side up so I can tone a little bit my side legs to have a more beautiful leg when I want to put a short or a short skirt on. So how about that? I can also change it to the back. Bend your knee and get the leg up to the back and go and go and go. So what else can I do? I'm finished with my telephone call. Wait, we can do 100,000 things more. I have to get up my shopping also. Always go down, one leg in front of the other, go down straight, pick it up and get like this. Why not doing it 5 times in a row? Why only getting it up like that, having a bad back and going ahead? Now we're going to do it from now on with one leg in the front 5 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Like this we have done already a wonderful exercise for the thighs and the stomach. Of course we always pull it on. We never have this body anymore. From now on we're going to stretch the body and walk around as models. Why not? Because we all are if we want. So we have to change a leg. Do it the same thing 5 times with the bags in the hand. 1 and 2 and always a straight back. Please remember always these things. There's so little small things we can do. So I'm doing, what else do I have to do? I do my bed or whatever. So just sometimes lift your knees, lift the knees, lift your knees. You all know all those exercises. Go on and get the heartbeat a little bit. So we get a bit of blood going through the whole body. How about that? How quick was this? How long am I talking? I'm talking now 2-3 minutes. Can't we do this every day a little bit? And then just stretch a bit. If the body is stretched and toned, we feel so much better. Why don't we want to feel great? So I will help you and I want to see you doing this. And then looking great and then thinking, there we are.
we're back in the studio, which is decorated by Estares, and Irma is very busy there with Nayara doing her makeup. But I have, I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guests. 6 guests, 3 little guests here, which are very, very cute, and also Jan Weyman, who is one of the founder members of AAA.
That's correct.
Yes, that's correct. Now, you are accompanied by?
Pilar.
Pilar. Nice to meet you, Pilar. And Carmen. And I suppose Pilar and Carmen are volunteers of AAA. Yeah? Well, good there for both of you. Very good. Mm-hmm. Now, you have come with 3 gorgeous little doggies. Now, would you like to present them? Have they? Yes. Do they actually have names?
Yes,
because obviously, so you do give them names when they come in to the centre.
Yes, sometimes have names already. Shiva, so that's Shiva.
Shiva, the little black.
I start by Ada.
Okay.
Ada is a little Podenco. She was found in Ogen by the police, the local police. Was brought to us. If the viewers see the state of the ears now, she was covered in it. Absolutely, we thought she was dying.
What is it exactly?
It's like a skin disease. It's like, they call it in Spain, sarna.
Sarna,
and it started the whole body, and we really, really felt like for a moment that we had to put it down. But she was such a strong little girl, wagged the tail all the time, no matter what was happening to her. And she improved. She's been with us for about 1.5 months. She wants to live. We are, if any viewers are plastic surgeons, we're looking for a very good one because we have to do her ears. Oh, yes.
Okay, so
unfortunately not.
If anyone's out there that is a veterinary surgeon and would like to offer to help, sorry, you said the name?
Ada. It's H-A-D-A.
Ada out, which actually means fairy in English.
Yes, that's correct. Yes,
to actually have her ears operated.
Yeah, because they are very sensitive, and the cure is not going to go as far as cure it altogether.
And anyway, where would they have to contact? With,
AAA, which everybody can go through AAA.
Just on
the
Google,
telephone number is in Google. You
Yeah.
just put AAA and we come out straight away. We have a good position in there. And Ada is for adoption. Anybody who feels like this little dog needs a good home. She is ever so good. She came in the car, lay back there, no problem. And this is Shiva. She is normally, cockers tend to be a little bit sort of nervous.
Yeah,
she's
very
ever
calm,
such a quiet girl, you can see. We believe she's around 4 years old, but she's the most lovely dog. Any house will be proud to have her around.
And she could also be for someone that is older.
Yes.
Because of her nature. No?
Yes, she's very, very quiet, as you can see, despite all the movement here. We believe she's about 4 years old. I must say to you, she has leishmania. Leishmania is one of these illnesses here in the Mediterranean that the dogs get from mosquito bites. It's a particular mosquito which bites the dogs, and actually it's in the immune system. But she's on the treatment now, and leishmania is curable. So anybody says, oh, I don't want a dog, is at the moment she has tablets, but as I said, you can see her there. She's ever so good.
Gorgeous,
she looks wonderful, a nice lounge.
My German Shepherd, he actually has leishmaniasis, as you say in Spanish, and he's no problem whatsoever. He has every now and then a spur, but we just pop down to get his tablets, and it's livable.
But she's so good.
Terrible.
I mean, you can imagine, you can visualize the viewers. Can you imagine a nice fireplace, a nice red carpet, and Shiva on it? Come on, I mean, she's worth taking home. And then here on my left, we have Masfalda. Masfalda is more lap in Spanish.
Yes, she's like a lap dog, you would say.
That's right, it's a lap dog. Actually, Pilar came into contact with some friends which the dogs had a little accident, which we leave it to that. And 5 of the little puppies were born, and she's one of them. So she says, I can't leave this. At least I'm going to take one of them. Has become the ever best friend that Pilar has. Pilar is very, very active with us in the shelter. And so is Carmen, and me as the secretary. I have to deal with all the legal problems and so on. But my message to your viewers, Luisa, is sterilize, 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 sterilize. This is the only way we're going to...
And we're talking about not just dogs, cats as well.
Cats as well, yes, yes. We've got a campaign now, and I don't make too much publicity because we are already full. We have a castration campaign, cats and dogs. 4 wonderful, wonderful Swiss vets are with us now, and they are castrating all the dogs and cats, and it's a madhouse. And the other thing, and this is the whole along the coast. You know where it is? We are living Fuengirola, Marbella, and places like that. We're very thriving, but we forget, and that's for the viewers who foreign community who is not here such a long time. We live in surrounded by a very rural area.
We're actually seeing images of the actual AAA there, so more than explain it, we can actually see.
As you can see, Louisa.
It's in the area of Marbella, no?
It's in the area of Marbella.
And you cover what areas?
Okay. We sometimes have people that say, look, I just been to Cadiz and came across this little dog who was left in a petrol station. And we said, we are Marbella and San Pedro area, but we can't say no. What I'd like to add, Louisa, that at least AAA, we have a 0-0 sacrifice. Dogs are never put down. Only dogs who are put down are the dogs who are very, very sick.
Maybe terminally ill.
Or they've been run over by a car or whatever, and it's not worth it. But the other thing that we are forgetting quite a bit is the identification of the dogs. It's so simple for me.
I know.
Little plaque, name.
And a telephone number.
And a telephone number. 80% of the animals who come to AAA are not microchipped or don't have a little identification. And it's actually an enormous amount of work and hours that we can dedicate to do something else. But I will save my messages to your viewers. These 3 wonderful, no, don't take her away from her. No. There's 2 wonderful
She's taken.
Yeah, she's taken. She's really good.
Our little white poodle is taken. Now, you, apart from doing a wonderful job to the work for the community, you also export the dogs and cats out of Spain, especially to what countries?
Yes, Sweden, Finland, Germany, Holland and England. Not so much England. England has its own problems.
Mainly because it's very costly, isn't it?
Well, costly. When people say, how much did that dog cost? And I said, no, we are not in the business to sell dogs. If somebody comes to adopt any of these little animals, we ask for a donation of 150 euros. And what is this 150 euros? To cover 4. The castration or sterilization, whatever the case may be, microchip, passport, and all the rabies and all the injections. So anybody who comes to AAA and gives us a donation of 150 euros, which as you know, it doesn't, only a castration costs 200 euros. Yes. So we put it all together and we recover our costs. So as a donation, we ask to the people, 150 euros, and then take the dog away. But Germany is very, very strong in taking dogs from here, from Spain in particular, the whole coast. This little dog most likely will end up in Germany.
Well, we've actually run out of time. We've talked all about the doggies because that's what it's all about.
That's all about.
Now, just to round up, people can help out with donations, becoming volunteers. I suppose that also people can look after some of the dogs that are waiting to be taken
foster homes.
For foster homes. And also taking dogs to the airport as well.
Yes. And one important thing.
Because that's really easy for people that maybe have a small flat that can not help out with dogs and maybe don't have much time but they can do an odd run to the airport.
Run to the airport, no problem. Okay. But Saturday we have the doggy walking, so anybody who's fit.
Oh yes, and you do it sort of Caesar Milan style with the packs and everything.
Wonderful, a lot of fun for the dogs and for the people.
Well, that's a message for all of you out there. If you'd like to help out with these lovely animals, and if you can't really take on an animal yourself, but maybe you can help out in other ways, AAA, or if you live in another area, any of the organisations that do this wonderful, wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to all 3 of you. You do an excellent job and work for the community. And, well, just stay with us a little while because we are now going to find out what's on the agenda. Well, we've come to the end of the programme, and we hope that you've enjoyed all the interesting people we've had here today from all over the Costa del Sol. Do join us on Facebook, Costa del Sol Community Facebook, and put that you like us. See you next week.